And let's actually bring in our political editor, Andrew Clennell. Andrew, I understand you've got a bit more information about exactly where the Liberals have landed when it comes to their position on The Voice.
Shortly that, one, the opposition opposes the government's plan for The Voice to be enshrined in the Constitution. The Liberal Party, should I say, opposes that. But he will support legislation to bring on the referendum. There will be a free vote of backbenchers, so they will be able to vote yes, but the shadow ministers will be bound by this opposition to The Voice. And Peter Dutton will be saying the Liberal Party believes in a legislated voice as opposed to a constitutionally enshrined voice. Further, Ash, I have heard that there were 5 Liberal MPs who spoke against what the Liberal Party is proposing here. And those Liberal MPs included Richard Colbeck, Russell Broadbent, Andrew Bragg, Bridget Archer and Jenny Ware. There were 10 who spoke in favour of what was proposed by Peter Dutton. And I have surnames here: Wallace, Pike, Scar, Ramsey, Little, O'Sullivan, Price, Fawcett, Hamilton, Morrison, Wallahan and Askew. And a couple, Aaron Violi and Warren Ench, were kind of in the maybe, sitting on the fence position in terms of that. So Richard Colbeck, a former cabinet minister, warned during the meeting that there were concerns that going for no, opposing The Voice, was a risky strategy. Bridget Archer also expressed some disquiet about the end result from doing that. And Andrew Bragg said that they should wait for the parliamentary committee process on the referendum proposal before coming to a position, but people should get a free vote, as he's been saying publicly, and as they did in the Republican debate and on same-sex marriage. Peter Dutton's not doing that, apparently, Ash. He is only allowing backbenchers a free vote. Shadow ministers will not have that. And the Liberal Party coming to a position today to oppose a constitutionally enshrined Indigenous voice to Parliament and the Constitution.
So, Andrew, how do you expect this will impact the debate that the country is about to have? I mean, a lot of the experts have been arguing that without bipartisan support, then The Voice is doomed. And essentially, with Peter Dutton saying that he'll be campaigning for the no side, it does make it a very difficult case in terms of prosecuting the argument.
It makes it difficult, Ashley, but look at the polls. I mean, basically, at the moment, it's going to pass, and it's going to pass in 5 of 6 states. So he's going to have to produce a pretty convincing argument. And I think what Peter Dutton and Susan Lee are about to announce is a challenging argument, because they're not saying no to The Voice all up. They're saying no to this proposal. We wouldn't mind a legislated voice which constitutes on a regional and rural sort of focus. So I think it may be a fair enough argument if Peter Dutton gets up there and says we're for constitutional recognition but not a constitutionally enshrined voice, but we like The Voice. It's a confused argument to carry, and that's the difficulty for him going forward, whereas the government's position is very, very clear. Let's face it. That is, let's give a voice to Indigenous people. Let's recognise them in the Constitution. Let's ensure this voice is for all time. I mean, you know, a lot of people won't agree with it, particularly those older Australians. That seems to be the way the polling goes, but it's clear. And this position that I've established the party room, Liberal Party rooms come up to, is an unclear position. By contrast, the Nationals, well, they're just saying no. So that's a pretty clear position. That's the challenge for Peter Dutton as he prepares to address this press conference to bring some clarity for these different strands that he's really trying to bring together here. He's straddling both sides a bit. Sometimes when you do that, you please neither side.
Yeah, muddy is the water, no doubt about that. Andrew Clennell with that breaking news. Really appreciate that update. Thank you so much. And we are going to be bringing you that news conference with the federal opposition leader, Peter Dutton. He's also going to be speaking about this issue tonight on Paul Murray Live. That's from 9 p.m. So you'll be hearing more from the opposition leader on those issues shortly.